How far would you go to make an eBay buyer happy? Just now, about 5 minutes ago, I received an order for some of these Croc shoe charms. They're called Jibbits. Let me show them to you. So this is what they look like. I got a big lot of these several months ago. They were mostly these characters, maybe a few others. They were Toy Story characters and Sesame Street characters, and then some random ones. I divided them up into lots of 6 or 8 or 10. So, one of each. So maybe one Jessie, one Buzz Lightyear, one of each of the Toy Story characters, one of each of the Muppets characters, something like this. And I would sell them in lots of 6 or 5 or 10. And they've done pretty well. And I only have a few lots left. And they're pretty much the random ones. These are the last of them. So I couldn't really make a good set. So I just jumbled everything that was left together into one set of 16 random Jibbits. So the order came in just now. Just prior to the order, I got a message from the buyer that says, let me read it to you. Okay. Is it possible to get 2 Rex, 2 Elmo, 2 Buzz Lightyear, 2 Bullseyes, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, and I think 1 Alien and 1 Cookie Monster? That's 12. Then she goes on to say, he'll wear the Rex charms for his birthday party next Saturday. I assume she's talking about her son. So I have to receive these by the 14th. I'm going to check out now to save time in case you can mail them today. Not sure if that's possible or not. I will upgrade shipping at checkout if it's offered. Thank you. Okay, so she's basically asking me to go to take a look at this lot, take a look at the other lots that I have, and create a new lot that has her specific items. And this only sold for $13.99. So I'm not sure if it's worth it for me to do all that extra legwork. I'd have to cancel the ongoing listings, shuffle them all around, figure out what's left, figure out if I can get her what she needs, and then after all said and done, relist the ones again, the leftovers again, take new photos. This is all for $13 after fees and everything. What is the net going to be? Probably $10 or $11. I don't think it's probably worth it. As far as getting it to her by the 14th, of course I can get it delivered today to the post office, but it's a Saturday. It's probably not going to go out until Monday, and then I can't guarantee anything. It should make it by the 14th, but I can't guarantee what the post office is going to do. And as a lot of us know, post office is having some troubles right now, and things are slowing down more than you would like them to be. So I can't guarantee that. I don't offer any kind of expedited shipping. I would not offer priority mail because I have not noticed anything that I've sent priority mail arriving faster than if I had sent it by Ground Advantage. It seems to be generally about the same shipping time. I don't think it's worth it to spend. Putting a next day shipping on this is going to be well over the cost of the items themselves. So I responded to the buyer and I said, I'll read my message directly to you. I can for sure get these shipped today. They should arrive on time, but once at the USPS, I cannot guarantee a delivery date, unfortunately. I haven't seen any real difference in delivery times with different shipping methods, so I stopped offering priority shipping. As far as the variety of charms, what you see is what you get. So I am not able to fulfill your request for specific characters. Rather than pay for faster shipping, I'd suggest purchasing one of my other Croc Charms lots to get all of the ones that you need. The post office closes in 2 hours, so please let me know ASAP if you'd like to cancel. So she already suggested when she purchased it, she included a note saying if I can't get it to her by the 14th, then she would like me to cancel for her, which I'm happy to do, but I would rather have her make the decision. So I have, it's right now it's 12:30. The post office here closes at 2 or 2:30. So I don't have a lot of time to get there. It's only about a 4 or 5 minute drive. So it's not that big of a deal. I can get it there if she responds in time, but I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing or not. I would love to see her kid get the charms that he wants and have them for his birthday party, but it's only gonna I'm only gonna earn $11 on this, maybe less. So I would not. It does not feel like it's worth my time as a seller to put all of these lots together for her and make a specific deal. What do you think? Would you do something like this? Right now, I'm just going to get it ready to go, and then if I hear back from her, I will cancel the order or ship it, whatever she thinks. But I do have 2 or 3 other sales, so we're going to get those packed up just right now. Okay, I'm going to get these little gibbets out of the way and save them for last, just in case that buyer does decide that she wants to go ahead with the order, or if she wants to cancel. I don't want to spend the time putting them in the package and getting them ready to go if they're not going to go anywhere. So for now, I'm just going to set these off to the side. There are 1, 2, 3 other orders that are going out today, so we'll get those packed up. Like I said, it's 12:30 now, and the post office closes at 2:30-ish. If I leave here at 2, I'll be okay. But I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, so we're just going to move this along and get this done as fast as possible. So right now we have one order over here in H5, which is right here. See my label, box H5. And these are right on the top. Well, there's one. There's the other one. I'll tell you about these when I'm packing them up. I'll go through everything. I'll tell you the history of where I got them from, how much I paid for them, how much they sold for, and then ultimately how much profit we made on it, on each of these items. And then we'll see the whole day's profit at the end. Okay, next. N2B, that's right here. Well, let's skip over here. CL Wright 2B. This is a coffee mug. That's not the one. This is an expensive one, so I'm going to be very ginger with it. I'm just going to put it on the bench right now. And then N2B, which is here, right here. Good. I want to get some of that space cleared off, so I'm glad to get rid of something off of that shelf. So I want to use this space mostly for VCRs and other audio video equipment, so if I can get these random things cleared off here, that will let me get some other things listed and stored right there. Okay. So I have speaking of VCRs, I have one right here. This is supposed to be a local pickup tonight at 5. I'm hoping that works out okay. Okay, let's start with these. These are phone. This would you would connect to your phone line. The phone plugs in right here, and when the phone rings, this lights up to let you know that there's a phone call coming in. So I guess this would be good for people who are hearing impaired or deaf. I got these from there's a church that has shut down operations. It got purchased by the village it's in, and they were going to tear it down and build some kind of a community center or a village hall or a police station or something. I'm not exactly sure what, but these were there in the convent, and it says 1995 on it, so I guess they've been there at least that long. I was told that convent closed down. There was nobody living in there for at least 20 years, so I don't know if that lines up properly or not, but maybe. Anyway, I thought these were cool, and they took a lot of work to get them off the wall because they were stuck with double-sided tape. That like foam. And I really wanted them, so I did a little work on them. They turned out to not be worth an incredible amount of money, but I essentially got them for $2.86. You know, I bought all this stuff and then I just averaged out the cost of goods for each of those items. And so these come down to $2.85. I sold them for $39.99 after, let's see, about 3 months. They've been listed. It feels like a lot longer ago than that, but that's only 3 months ago. That was one of my most fun picking adventures, you know, going to this church and getting to go through the whole place and see what's in there. Most of the good stuff, you know, all of the chalices and whatever, the churchy stuff was all gone. They had, the archdiocese or whoever had taken it already. But there was a lot of stuff on the walls, like fixtures, like there was sinks and water fountains and all that stuff was up for grabs, but nobody was taking it. So I went back and took a lot of light fixtures. I sold quite a few of those light fixtures already for a decent amount of money. And then these things. The thing that I really wanted was some kind of a baptismal basin. It was like a porcelain sink on the wall, and it had a dome, like a metal stainless steel dome over it that had like a hinge that you could open to, I'm assuming it was for baptisms. And I didn't have any tools with me when I was there when I found out they were selling all this stuff. So the next day I came back, I brought a toolbox with me and I was going to take that sink off the wall. And someone in the meantime had smashed it so they could take the stainless steel cover off of it. I don't understand why people do that kind of thing. You know, without the sink, I'm not sure what good the cover is. And just in that time period while they were having an estate sale, people had broken, it was like interior windows, like sliding glass doors that were dividing up the kitchen from the dining room. They smashed that. There was like just garbage all over the place. I can't understand that mentality to go into a building that doesn't belong to you and just destroy it. So I was excited to go back and get that sink. I didn't see any sales history on it, but it felt like the sort of thing that would be worth quite a lot of money. Something that a normal person wouldn't really have access to buying. You know, maybe it's only sold to a church, and maybe only sold to a church that was built in the 1950s or 40s or whatever. So, yeah, that was a disappointment to go back there and see that someone had they wanted that stainless steel part off of it, so they just broke the porcelain to release it had like a hinge, so they could break the hinge off and take the metal. Probably just some scrapper just going to take it to the junkyard. It's annoying. They also had a ton of stained glass windows, and they had pretty high prices on those. I think they were like $400 per panel. So I don't think they sold too many of those. So that church is still standing, and I bet all that stuff is still there. And I suspect if I contacted the village, they would be happy to let me come in and take more things out of there at a good price, if not even just for free. The other thing they had that I wanted was like priest vestments, like the robes and I don't know what they are, like a scarf that goes around your neck. I can't think of what that stuff is called. But they had a bunch of those. And I asked the estate agent how much they were. And she said the ones that were plain were $50 and the ones that were embroidered were $100, which is a little bit too high. I think that's probably just slightly less than they were worth to sell on eBay. So I was going to go back on a half off day and consider getting them then. But by the time I came back, they were all gone. So I was disappointed. I kind of wanted those, but I had heard from a few weeks later, I heard from someone who was associated with the church that she went in for that sale. These are 1 pound, 14 ounces, 12 by 10 by 6. So she went in for the sale and she saw all those robes, and she thought it wasn't appropriate for them to be selling them. So she called the diocese and they sent somebody over to pick all that stuff up. And I guess the diocese sold that building to the village with all of its contents. So technically it didn't belong to the diocese anymore. So the estate sale agent made them buy all of the robes and priestly outfits. It's kind of funny. Okay, right here I have I have this nice 8-track cassette tape case, travel case, and it has a few 8 tracks in it. Bad Company, Eric Clapton, Bob Seger, The Eagles, Eric Clapton again, Cheap Trick, Alice Cooper, Horse Lips. I've never heard of this. I don't know what this is. I got these at a garage sale, this whole set. The other 4 that were in here were worth selling on their own. These ones didn't seem to have much value. The case has a little value, so I had this listed for a while for maybe $30, $35. And let's see, when did I get this? June of last year. Now it's March. So that's, I don't know, 6 to 8 months, 8 to 9 months, something like that. I'm just going to fill this void. I don't know if it's necessary, but. So I've been going through some of my older listings and canceling them, relisting them, trying to see what the problem is, why it hasn't sold. And in this case, I lowered the price to $24.99, and where did this go? And I'm gonna grab these boxes, and then this I got an offer today for $20, so it's probably not worth it. I paid $8 for this, and then to take out the cassettes that I already have listed separately, I probably will put a 0 cost of goods on those. So $8 into $20 is not a real good resale rate, but it's been sitting here long enough. If it doesn't have any value, if it doesn't have any really strong value, then it's just got to go. Will this fit in here? Okay. I normally wouldn't do something this tight, but this is only going to Glendale Heights to the eBay International Shipping hub, which is only about 10 miles from here. If you're not aware of the eBay International Shipping Program, if you're in the US, you can offer international shipping and eBay takes care of it. I just send this to eBay and then they will send it off to whatever country it's going to. In this case, it is going to Germany. So Germany is one of the countries that has the tightest restrictions on importing stuff. So there's no way that I could keep up with everything that is allowed in every country. This feels a little... I'm trying to think if I want to open this and put a little bit more padding in it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So a lot of countries have rules about what you can send and what you can't send. I think Germany has some sort of some kind of policy about what kind of packing materials they allow to come into the country. And I think you had to get some special certification in order to even be allowed to send things to Germany. I think they don't want anything that's not recyclable coming in. So for a little while, eBay wasn't allowing any shipping from America to Germany. But then they eventually they figured it out. Either they got the license or Germany changed the rules. I'm not sure, but now you can send stuff into Germany. So for me, it's really great. I have to send this. I have to just send this 10 miles away. I only pay the shipping that goes to Glendale Heights. This is 3 pounds 14 ounces. And once it gets to that shipping hub, which is very close by, as long as it gets there safe, then I'm totally covered. There's no chance that this will come back to me if the buyer doesn't like it or if they want a refund or anything like that. So I love it when things go there. Right now I do have a package that's on the way there that's been, I think it's up to like 9 days and it hasn't arrived yet. So I put in a missing mail request with the post office. So we'll see if that ever shows up. But I haven't had anything to just totally disappear in the last few years. But it is always a possibility that the package will just disappear and never come back. Got some square cube boxes here. These are 8 by 8 by 8, which is the perfect size for a coffee mug, which is up next. So I don't know anything about this coffee mug. It says on the bottom, Marimekko, OIVAKETUNA MARJA. I don't know what it is. I saw it at this came from the Goodwill. Let's see, when I bought it in November of last year. So this I've been holding on to for about 3 or 4 months. I just paid $2.61 for it. And I looked it up based on these numbers just because I thought it looked cute. I don't look at a lot of coffee mugs because there's just so many of them, but this one looked cute for some reason. I looked it up and it was selling for between $50 and $60. I don't know why. I don't know what's special about it. But I sold mine for $52.99 plus shipping. And I only paid $2.61 for it. So $50 for a coffee mug, I guess. I'm gonna wrap it. First I'm gonna fill this cup with paper. And I don't know why I'm doing this, but I see other people shipping stuff and they do that, so I'll do the same thing. And then I'm gonna wrap it up very well with bubble wrap. I'm gonna go in 2 different directions. So first I'm gonna go this way and get this thing. For $50, we're gonna pack it up as tight as we can. Go that way, and then I'll come around this way with this slightly longer piece. I don't think this is overkill for ceramic mug. I do sometimes go overboard with the packing, but I don't think I am in this case. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up these extra flaps with some stretch wrap. This might be overkill. Okay, then we're gonna fill this box with paper and get that mug right in the middle of it. I'm gonna do this. You want this void fill to be tight enough that the mug or whatever breakable item you're putting in here can't move, but you don't want it to be so tight that if there's a bump here that it transfers through the tight paper and then contacts the mug inside. If this was a little bit more expensive, maybe if this was $100, I would probably put that mug inside a small box and then put the small box inside this larger box. Okay, good, good, good. I'm not sure how far this is going, but hopefully it's nearby. Nebraska. It's not too far, I guess. Okay. I started using these gold Sharpies today, just now, because the black one, when I put the label on, you can see my writing through it, and I don't think it hurts anything, but hopefully this won't show through so much. 1 pound, 10 ounces, and these are 9 by 9. It's an 8 by 8 by 8 box, as you can see here on the bottom, but that is the interior dimensions. So the outside is probably 8 1/4 or 8 1/2. So you always want to round up to the next highest number, the next highest full inch. So in this case, 9 by 9 by 9. And this is going to NM. Okay, let's see if we heard back from our Jibbitz woman. So far, doesn't look like it. Okay. Trying to figure out what I should do. I'm gonna get it as ready as I can without sealing everything up. This one. These are used Amazon mailers, bubble mailers. So I usually leave them in the Ziploc bag that I have them packed in, and I'll just wrap them one time in a little bit of extra bubble wrap just for appearances. And then I'll put this in here. And should I she might buy another set, so maybe I should just leave this here, and then we'll get these labels ready to go, and hopefully we'll hear back from her before we're done with these labels, but I'm not counting on it. Okay. Don't tell anybody my PIN. Not even sure why I have a PIN, but okay, let's see what this says. Paid, ship now. No. This page needs to be refreshed. It only was showing the single order from the last time I had this computer turned on. So I usually go to the notification bell and go to this, the first notification that comes up, which usually says paid, ship now. In this case, it says 4 items. One of those is that Jibbit, so we're just gonna, first I'm gonna select all, and then I'm gonna deselect the Jibbits. So here's what you can see. This is the note that she left on the order. Don't see expedited shipping option. If you don't think I'll receive these by the 14th, please cancel my order. He wants to wear them on the 15th, which is his real birthday and his party. So it's not uncommon for me to not see this note until it's too late. So if you're buying something from someone and you have some special requirements, I suggest that you send them a message prior to purchasing, which she did, so that's okay. But I have had people put in the comments here, I only want this if you'll give me free shipping. And then I don't see that until I've already printed the label and taken it to the post office, and then they get mad at me that I didn't offer them free shipping, which is just not how eBay works. So I would be surprised if most buyers are just going to give you free shipping because you ask for it, but I'm certainly not going to. So just, it's no big deal. Go in the eBay Messenger app and ask any questions you have before purchasing. Okay, these phone lights weigh 1 pound, 14 ounces. This box is 12 by 10 by 6. And they're gonna cost, this is going to Maine, so that's pretty far, $7.67. The buyer paid $8.67, so we're just a little bit over. The shipping cost is just a little bit under what they paid, so we're not gonna lose money on this one. I'm gonna put that amount, the shipping amount, in here. I have this spreadsheet all filled out with all of the costs and everything associated with all of my sales. So what's going on? So this, how much did I say it was? $767. So for these two telephone lights, we made $31.91. For the 8 tracks, we're not going to make much at all, if anything. This weighs $3 pounds and 14 ounces. The box is 11 by 9 by 7, and that's going to cost $7.28 to ship to Glendale Heights. It is pretty heavy. So I'll copy that, put it into my spreadsheet. So in the end, we made $8.41 on the 8-track cassette carrying case, which, whatever, that's money. We'll take it. And now onto this mug. You know, for every one of those kind of deals where you're barely making any money, you get a thing like this mug that costs $2 and you sell it for $60. So this weighs 1 pound, 10 ounces, 9 by 9 by 9, $6.53. So in the end, on that single mug, we made, that can't be right. I did something wrong here. $53. Well, we made $35.63, it says, which I guess is right because the shipping was kind of high. Oh no, I have the shipping fee wrong. How much did they pay for shipping? Let's get into our orders. I put only 53 cents for shipping, which is definitely not right. Orders, all orders, and then we're going to look at this mug, for which they paid $7.53. I missed the 7 and I just put 53 in here earlier. So $42.63, that sounds better. So that's not a bad return on investment. It paid $2.61 and end up making a profit of $42.63. I'm happy with that. And we didn't keep it for that long either. Okay, let's just print these labels, and then I feel like we're not going to hear back from this buyer about these crock gibbets. I'm not sure what to do if 2 o'clock comes and I still haven't heard from her. If I should just ship it, or if I should wait to hear, or if I should cancel it. Uh-oh. I switched the computer down here, so I'm not able to print these labels right now. I'm not going to make you, I'm not going to subject you to watching me upgrade my print drivers. So for now, I'm going to call it. We've earned about, I would say we've earned about $70 off of these three orders. And yesterday the total was $102.15 for everything that was shipped. That's giving us an average per day in the month of March of $172.18, which is higher than my minimum that I'm hoping for. And that's an average sale price of $34.42. So we're doing pretty good this month. Hopefully we can keep up this trajectory until we find out what's going on with the gibbets. I'm going to say thank you for watching, and then we'll see you again soon. Bye.